Good morning, students. So, as we were completing the question and answer of chapter number 2, components of food. So, now today we will complete the remaining question and answer and the exercises, and I will also tell that which activity you have to write and which diagram you have to make in your copy. Okay. Now, next. Yesterday we have completed till answer number 9. So today we will complete from answer number 10. So first answer, name the disease caused by deficiency of each of the following, and also write 2 risk sources of each. So vitamin B12. So vitamin B12, it is given here. So deficiency of vitamin B12 causes anemia. Rich source of it are animal product. You can write egg and meat. You can write example egg and meat. First you will write animal product, and in bracket you will write egg and meat. And you can, if you want to write, so you can add more fish, milk. Okay. So disease, anemia, and rich sources, animal product, and in bracket you will write egg and meat. Next, vitamin C. So vitamin C, same page number 26. Vitamin C, you can see a citrus fruit. Example lemon and orange, tomatoes and red green peppers. These are the sources. And disease caused by due to deficiency of vitamin C, so it is scurvy. Okay. Next, vitamin D. So again on the same page, vitamin D. So deficiency of vitamin D causes rickets, and the sources of it are milk, fish, and if you want to write, so you can write eggs. So the deficiency of vitamin D causes rickets, and the sources of vitamin D are milk, fish, and egg. Next, iron. So iron deficiency, it is given on this page. Deficiency of iron causes anemia. Rich sources of iron: whole grain, pulses, meat, and dark green leafy vegetable. Okay, so any 2 you can write. The disease caused by deficiency of iron is anemia, and the rich sources of iron are whole grain, pulses, meat, and dark green leafy vegetable. Next, potassium. So potassium, you can see here, deficiency of potassium causes muscle weakness and cramps, and the rich sources, muscle weakness and cramp, and rich sources of potassium: banana, spinach, and sweet potato. Got this? Deficiency of potassium causes muscle weakness and cramp, and the sources are banana, spinach, and sweet potato. Okay. Next answer. Answer number 11. What is ORS? When do we need an ORS treatment? So you can see, write this answer from here. This answer you can write from here. Oral rehydration solution, ORS, is given to the patient to recover from dehydration. ORS is available free of cost at all. This you will cut. all free of cost at all primary health center. You can also make it yourself by mixing 8 teaspoons of sugar and 1 teaspoon of salt in a 1 liter of clean drinking water. So this is your answer number 11. Okay, next, what activity you will write? Just we will start from starting. So diagrams, what you have to make? You have to make two sources of each. In the diagram section, you will make 2 sources of each. 2 sources of carbohydrate, then 2 sources of, then you will make 2 sources of fats. Next, you will make 2 sources of protein, 1 of plant and 1 of animal. Then you will make 2 sources of vitamin and 2 sources of minerals. These diagrams you have to make in your copy. This diagram you have to make in your copy. Next, the diagram you have to make your copy is the food pyramid. This food pyramid diagram you have to make in your copy. Next, this exercise was left. Just we will complete this first. True or false? So, the food prepared by plant is in the form of protein. Is this false? Next, second answer. The starch from the food is converted into glucose in our body. True. Next, vegetable oil is mostly at solid at room temperature. So false. Our muscles are made up of fats mainly. It is false. Next, soybean is rich source of plant protein. It is true. Next, give 2 example. See, this I am dictating, so you write. Give 2 example of each of the following. Rich source of carbohydrates. So you write table sugar and honey. Table sugar and honey. Next, fats that are solid at room temperature. So butter. So butter and ghee. Butter and ghee are usually solid at room temperature. Next, rich source of plant protein. So plant protein, soybean. You can write soybean. Just now we have made the diagram. Soybean and groundnut. These are the rich source of plant protein. And rich source of animal protein are chicken and eggs. Animal protein you will write chicken and eggs. Then water soluble vitamin. So water soluble vitamin are vitamin C and B complex. So here your chapter number 2 is completed. Now we will look towards chapter number 3. So before moving on chapter number 3, let me inform you, you have to write this. The activity of page number, you have to write this activity with a aim to test the presence of protein at one sample. Yet this activity you have to write in your copy. Okay. So after completing this, your chapter number 2 will be completed. And now we will move towards chapter number 3. So just look. This we will look. What is our chapter number 3 now? So this is our chapter number 3, separation of substances. So first we'll know what is substances. Substances are any material that can be grouped into various categories. Any material is called a substance. Any material is called a substance. Now, what is mean of separation? Separation means to classify or to group in different groups. So why do we need to separate the substance? We need to separate the substance to divide or to make a particular group of each of the substance of its own type. Okay, so now we will come towards the chapter. So first of all, we will learn why do we need to separate the substance. For example, if we are having a group of chili or spices from the food, suppose chilies of spices get mixed in the food. Now if we want to remove the chilies from the mixture of spices and chilies, so what we will do, we will just separate it with the process of hand picking. Okay, just we will separate with our hands. So we need to separate the substances so to classify into its own group. Okay, now we will see the various methods of separation. In various method of separation, the first method comes of threshing. What is threshing? Threshing is mostly used in the farms after the stalks are being cut from the farm. So what is the use of threshing? So after harvesting, the grains are to be separated from stalk or dried stems. After harvesting, the grains are needed to be separated from the stalk or dried stem. So this is done by threshing. So the definition here of the threshing comes: the process of beating the harvested crops to separate the grain from the stalk. The process of beating the harvested crop to separate the grain from the stalk is called a threshing. First it was done manually. Now you can see in the diagrams, first it was used to be done manually, that a person used to beat this stalks. You can see this, the woman is beating the stalk through his hands. Later on, these stalks were used to be removed with the help of animals, and now with the change of time and with the evolution of machines, now these threshing process is done in the farms with the help of threshers. In the villages, now threshers are used for removing grains from their stalks. You can see this is called manual threshing, this is called threshing from animal, and nowadays machines are used to remove the grains from the stalk. These machines are called as threshers. Okay, now after threshing, the grain still contain the tiny pieces of leaves or stems and seed covering. See, once the grains are removed from the stalk, they contain some impurities. Now these impurities are called chaff. So chaff must to be removed from the grains so that they can be processed into the flour. So the process through which grains are separated from the chaff, the process through which the grains are separated through a chaff by using the action of wind. This method is called winnowing. How this is done? Why the grains are removed from the chaff? So see, we know that grains are heavier than chaff. As you can see in this diagram, this woman is pouring down grains. So whenever grains are put grains are thrown, these chaffs are lighter in weight, so these chaffs are removed out and this heavier grain falls down, and in this way the grains are separated from the chaff. So the method through which chaff are removed from the grain, chaff that is lighter particles are removed from the grain that are heavier particles by the action of wind is called winnowing. First it was used by the manual method, now they are used with the help of machine. These machines are called combine harvester. Okay, bye. So next we will teach on later on.